Whenever it's ready. There it is. It's finally ready.
We are live.
Yeah. I was alive before I started it.
Barely for me.
Yeah. So Friday's not my best joke day. So
every day I'm a joke.
All right. I'm going to want you to go first. We were talking before we came on. You were saying some of the
Yeah.
things
I just noticed the last couple of days, there's been an increase in active listings on the market. And this is Stanislaus and San Joaquin County total, all price ranges. Yesterday, 60 new listings. Today, 99 new listings. Yesterday, 5 back on the market. Don't know why. Today, 23 back on the market. Don't know why.
Probably lost their lock.
Or spent their down payment money.
Right. We went and bought a car.
Oh, I had a guy we'll get to this. And then price reductions. Yesterday, there were 21 price reductions, and today, 26 price reductions. Now, what does that mean for the future? Not much. The active listings, we're in the first week of May, 32 years in the business. I know.
Wow, 30. You don't look like you've been in it for a couple of years.
Yeah, I know. I don't act like I've been in it for a couple of years. I look like I've been in it for 100 years. But you always see right after tax day, getting close to school, getting out, you got people that are putting their home on the market. They're going to make that move. They're going to move up. They're going to move down. They're going to move out of the state. Stuff like that. So the active listings is fairly normal for this month.
Okay, for May. Okay.
Yeah, and you might see a decrease in active listings by near the end of May. Most of people will be putting their homes on the market, already on the market. They want to get that 30-day escrow done, get moved, and be settled and ready for the new school year if they have kids, or just be settled because they want to be settled in the summer.
Do you really see people moving for the school districts anymore with all those transfers they can do?
Not so much. It used to be a big marketing item when you listed a property, and it still kind of is, but people get the inter-district transfers, or a lot of people are going to private schools, so it really doesn't matter as much as it used to.
Okay.
The price reductions, that's telling me that sellers and agents started too high.
Yeah.
They just started too high because they're hearing the market that, we're getting overbids on everything. Gosh, my neighbors sold for this. My house is so much nicer and the carpets are cleaner. So I'm going to go 10 to 20% above what they were sold for. And you start too high. Buyers still understand they probably have to overbid on the property. If it's overpriced, they're not going to overbid. They're going to wait for reductions.
Right. And a lot of times that is the agent not explaining to the seller very well what their house is really worth,
right,
and letting the seller drive the bus instead of the agent telling, hey, this is the numbers. Here's what we see out there. Yes, I hear that too. But like everything you hear say isn't used in court. Can't use it here either. So
yeah, you do have to be honest with your sellers. The sellers do ultimately set the price, and you, the agent, get to choose whether or not you want to work with them in that point or wait. Yeah.
Or you set up predetermined. Okay, we're going to do what you want for a week, and if it doesn't go, we're going to where I want to go.
Yeah.
Right. And I don't know, trying to get there. I heard that we're going to see more inventory coming on the market because sellers are nervous
about missing the market.
Yes.
Yeah. That's a big possibility, and that could be part of this 60 and 99. That's 100. My math tells me it's 159 new listings in Stanislaus and San Joaquin in 2 days.
Yeah. You know what that means? A huge opportunity for buyers.
Right.
And that's what you have to take here. This right now, with everybody being scared, you need to be Warren Buffett, which means he does things completely opposite of everybody else.
I agree.
So when people are like, I don't know what's going on, that's your time to get in for the house. The price today, yes, the rates are a little bit higher, but I talked to a gentleman that I refinanced in 2020. I took him from, let's just say, I won't say exact rate, but it was around 5%. And then he wanted me to do something else. And guess what? It was 5% again. So it's like, right back to where he was. And that right there was a $800 swing because they wanted to take some cash out. And it's like, he's like, no, I don't want to do that.
Yeah. No.
And so we're back to kind of what people were used to before we were in a pandemic where nobody was working,
Right.
nobody was doing anything. It was a recession, and we are on our way that way again. And this is the only thing I'll talk about recessions is the Fed in the last 14 times that they started raising short-term interest rates have caused 11 recessions.
And they've started, right?
Yeah, they caused 11. Yeah, they started raising. So this will be the 15th time. So if you look at their statistics, there's an 80% chance we're going in a recession.
Well, and that's what they're wanting. They're needing a recession.
Well, we're probably already in it because two quarters of negative GDP is a recession, and we're there. But
they don't want to talk about that. But
it's always hindsight.
It's a small correction.
Yeah, we actually, with what's going on, it's not that is going to be, I don't want to say detrimental to the housing market because we're going to be back to where we were, where higher interest rates will slow down the appreciation so more people can afford. But if we go back to lower interest rates, then everybody's going to jump on the bandwagon again and get in there because that's what a recession will do. It will always lower mortgage rates.
Right. And here's the thing to also think about this. Sellers, don't get dismayed. You price your home correctly in this market, listen to your realtor, you most likely will get a lot of showings and some overbids. It's just going to happen.
Right.
There's still, even though there's 159 new listings in San Joaquin and Stanislaus, it's still very low inventory.
Oh, it's extremely low.
Yeah.
We're still under a month's supply, right?
Oh, yeah. We probably, these 2 days it probably moved us up to 0.3.
Right. So we're still extremely low inventory, and a lot of everybody's thinking about 2008 right now, and they're going, we're going to hit that. We had 3.5 million homes on the market nationwide. We have 870 nationwide right now. Yeah. And there's less right now in California than there was before.
Right. Yeah. But history, gladly, it's not going to repeat itself this time.
Yeah, this time. Because
there will be a correction at some point. I just don't see it in the next 2 years.
Well, correction or just back
to normalization.
Yeah, there you go. Don't say correction because people are going to think that we're going to go the opposite way and lose value. We're not going to, when we're short, we talked about it before, 14 million new households since 2007 and 3 million less houses. So until we build up that amount of houses we need, we're not even going to be there. And they're not building.
Ed, they're not going to do that.
No, they're not. That is correct. And the other problem is because we took out 9 million people with the interest rates increase, that just made 9 million more renters. That means they're going to build more housing tracts to rent only. And that whole thing, renting, I saw a thing is an epidemic right now. And it is because eventually if you don't get into buying your house, you're going to rent for probably the rest of your life.
Yeah. Which would suck.
It's horrible. Yeah. It really is because you have more equity as a homeowner than you do as a renter. Back up 100,000.
It's good for the landlords. You get to make somebody else rich.
Yeah, that's right.
Or wealthy.
Well, I was talking to a client in the Bay Area. They were living over there, right? And they're going to. We have a choice of renting 3,500 or 4,500, or commuting and having a payment of 3,000.
Yeah. Let me think.
Let's throw away $40,000 each year.
Yeah.
Or can you put that towards your choice?
Yep. Yeah, equity position it's the number one big thing that is going to create family wealth.
Right. And it might hurt for a year or two.
Yeah.
Right. Because every time
sell.
Well, no, what I mean is when you're buying the house, right?
Yeah.
It might be tight for that first couple years. Every piece of property I ever bought, it wasn't easy. Right. You worked for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because if it was super easy, then everybody would do it.
Yeah. And in the old saying goes, I remember the first time I went from, it was $137.50 a month for my rent and bought my first house, and payment was $500. And I'm like, how in the hell am I going to do this? Right. And after the second month, I didn't think about it anymore.
Right. And that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It might, and right now it might be $500 more than what you were expecting before the rates went up.
Yeah. Or
600, but over time that's going to go down.
Yeah.
And if you're buying FHA, you're going to get rid of, you have your mortgage insurance. And if you're buying conventional, 5% down, 3%, you have mortgage insurance. Eventually that'll go away also.
Right.
So your payment will over time can go down.
FHA, you still have to refi out of, right?
That's correct.
Yeah. Cause it's for the life of the loan.
Yeah. Cause they're trying to make so much money.
Yeah. Well,
what are you going to do?
You had a couple 100,000 foreclosures.
When?
I know it was more than that.
Yeah. That was a long time ago.
The cool thing about VA loans, guess what?
What?
it was the lowest on the totem pole as far as foreclosures during that crappy time.
Yeah, they never. It's the lowest on foreclosures ever,
and they're 100% financing mostly.
Correct. Yeah, it's because vets, they're used to doing what they say they're going to do.
Yeah,
that's the.
I made a promise.
That's right.
I'm going to keep it,
whether they like it or not.
Yep.
Yeah. All right.
I'm good. This is a fun one.
Yeah, it's important to people are really worried out there, and I don't think they need to be that worried.
I don't think they need to be that worried about real estate right now.
No,
they can be worried about other things.
Yeah,
like cost of gas. I got to go fill up today. I'm like, oh geez.
Yeah, well, I can never fill up anymore in my truck. I get half a tank
because they shut you off.
Yeah. I have 31-gallon tank. Came with it, so I get 19 gallons every time I fill up.
Yeah. You refi your house every morning when if you wanted to fill up with 31 gallons.
Yeah, that's it. I haven't been. It used to cost me $80, and now it's $120 just for 19.
I've got a 20-gallon tank, and I'm right around there. So, wonderful day, wonderful Friday. It's Mother's Day this weekend on Sunday.
I better run out and get a card. I already have it.
Good boy.
Wife's been out of town. She gets back tonight, so of course I have it now.
Yeah.
So that'll be good. But and the kids can see her because I leave Saturday night to go to New York for a speakeasy in New York this next week, and that's going to be. I've never been to New York. Not that I wanted to ever go to New York.
Oh, you'll have fun.
Yeah,
I did New York in 36 hours one time. One day.
Run and see the Seinfeld places.
That was fun.
Yeah, that's what
Hey, you know what tomorrow is?
Saturday.
Yep.
Isn't there there is a beer fest this weekend?
Where?
I could have swore I saw in local that there was a beer fest this weekend for locally here.
Oh, one in my backyard.
That's always
only one guy going to be there.
Yeah. And it's the same beer.
Yeah. Well, no, I got a selection. I switched it up.
I could have swore on the 7th. What is today? Today's the 6th.
Yeah, that's tomorrow, 7th.
Yeah. So I saw in the paper there was a beer fest around here somewhere. It's probably at where it's normally at. They have that beer fest. So just check it out if that's something you're into.
Yep. Oh, and May 8th, boy, Mother's Day.
Yes,
and my son's birthday.
Oh, you better.
He's going to be a happy mother. Oh, is that off color?
No, that was fine. Yeah, he'll be fine.
All right, guys.
All right. Thanks for everybody for watching. And again, next week, we don't know if we can work it out on Monday. If we can, we'll be here, but we definitely will be here Friday.
Yes, we will.
All right. Everybody have a great
weekend.
All right.
Bye.
Thanks, Mike, for being here.
Thanks, Ed, for having me.